In recent days, a number of successful strikes have been carried out on Russian military facilities in Crimea. Russian air defense systems have been destroyed, and more. On the eve of these attacks, reconnaissance aircraft and drones from NATO countries were on duty over Romania and the Black Sea. After the strikes, aerial reconnaissance assessed the consequences. KrymRealii looked into how the Ukrainian military interacts with Western intelligence services. The last week of summer, from August the 25th to the 31st, turned out to be the most explosive in annexed Crimea. Ukrainian attacks on Russian military facilities occurred every day. Their results were not immediately known, but they are impressive. On the morning of August the 26th, explosions were heard in Zankoy and Krasnogvardisky district. Smoke rose over Zankoy, and the day after the strike, an assessment of its consequences were conducted. The reconnaissance was carried out by the state-of-the-art bombardier Artemis II of the private American company LaSalle Aviation LLC, which leases its aircraft to government agencies. The second reconnaissance aircraft is a U.S. Navy Boeing P-8A Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft. Its reconnaissance suite includes electronic support measures and intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance capabilities, which provide comprehensive situational awareness. On August the 26th, according to monitoring channels, a Boeing E-3F Sentry airborne early warning aircraft of the French Air Force was operating over the western part of the Black Sea. And late in the evening and at night, on August the 27th, explosions were heard in the area of the Saki airfield in Novofedorovka, as well as the Belbek airfield and Cape Fiolent in Sevastopol. The next day, a NATO Air Force Boeing E-3A Sentry airborne early warning and control aircraft with the call sign NATO 09 conducted reconnaissance from the airspace over Romania. According to open data, the reconnaissance range of the E-3A Sentry is 600 kilometers, which means that its zone includes Crimea to the Kerch Peninsula, part of the Sea of Azov to Genishevsk, and the territory of Melitopol by land. In addition, a strategic reconnaissance aircraft of the Royal Air Force Boeing RC-135W Rivet Joint, call sign RRR-7228, appeared over the Black Sea. This is a specialized electronic surveillance aircraft that can be used in all theaters of military operations in strategic and tactical missions. The main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine reported that on August the 28th, in the Temryuk Gulf of the Sea of Azov, fighters from the Prizraki Special Forces Unit damaged the ship's radar of a small missile ship of the Buyan M project with an air drone strike, and special forces from the Active Operations Department of the main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine attacked the side of this Caliber carrier. On the same day, special forces of the Active Operations Department of the main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense attacked the Russian 91N6E radar system from the S-400 Triumph air defense missile system. The corresponding video was published on the department's Telegram channel. On the evening of August the 29th, explosions were heard in Novofedorovka and Sevastopol. The Russian military airfields Saki and Belbek were under attack. On August the 30th, there was a lot of noise in many areas of the peninsula. Explosions were heard in Saki, Yevpatoria, Simferopol, and in the Armyansk area. A landscape fire broke out near the airfield in Novofedorovka. On August the 31st, a U.S. Air Force Northrop Grumman RQ-4B Global Hawk strategic reconnaissance drone with the call sign Fort 10 patrolled the Black Sea for about 15 hours straight. Ukrainian intelligence also said that drones attacked the Russian airbase in Vardeskoy near Simferopol. 2 Mi-8 helicopters were hit. Their estimated value is estimated at $20 to $30 million. In addition, the BUK 2190 tugboat was destroyed in the Sevastopol Bay.
Hundreds of people turned out Tuesday for the funeral of former Ukrainian parliament speaker and prominent pro-Western politician Andriy Parubiy, who was gunned down in the street last weekend. According to Associated Press, crowds gathered in sweltering heat outside St. George's Cathedral in Lviv, a city some 500 kilometers west of the Ukrainian capital Kiev, where Parubiy was fatally shot on Saturday. Parubiy's coffin was carried in a procession to Lviv's central square for a ceremony before he was buried at Lykikiv Cemetery, the resting place of many of the city's most renowned figures. Parubiy, 54, was a lawmaker from the Lviv region who participated in Ukraine's Orange Revolution in 2004. He also led self-defense volunteer units during the Maidan protests of 2014, which forced pro-Russian President Viktor Yanukovych from office. He was the parliamentary speaker from 2016 to 2019. Investigators are seeking to establish a motive for the killing and are not ruling out Russian involvement, according to Andriy Nebitov, the deputy head of the National Police and chief of the Criminal Police. Interior Minister Ihor Klimenko said Monday the killing of Parubiy was not a random act but a carefully prepared operation. Police on Sunday detained a suspect in Ukraine's Khmelnytsky region, more than 100 kilometers, 60 miles, away. The Lviv Regional Prosecutor's Office said Tuesday a court had ordered the suspect, identified only as a 52-year-old Lviv resident, be held for 60 days without bail while the investigation proceeds. Senior government and regional figures attended the funeral. Parubiy is survived by his wife Uliana and daughter Urina.
Він встиг зробити найголовніше. Я вірю, для мене він зшив державу в дуже скрутний час. Він був одним з тих, що склеювали. І він встиг передати свій вогонь. І замість того, щоб вбити, Росія навпаки цей вогонь, я вірю, що розпалює у сотнях тисяч, мільйонах.